Hi guys, if you can give me 5 minutes of your time right now. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Hi guys, if you can give me 5 minutes of your time right now, then I will explain you how I started my whole journey, as well as I'll also talk about how it was like for me to make pretty good amount of money at 16, 17 year old. So I started working when I was just 16. I was still in my school. And this time I was doing Instagram is in system. So it was a course from Jason Capital and I bought it. Before that, I was doing e-commerce again, but that time I was using this whole chatbot thing. Basically, a chatbot would comment on someone's profile that you're chosen as a brand ambassador, and they would reach out to you, and then you'd give them discount, and that was make a sale. So I made some money from that. Okay, I was making 3-4 thousand rupees a day in profit. Well, I was just 16, and I thought that's a lot of money. Anyway, after that, I was really deep into self development. So, I started taking uh, pirated courses at that time. I A lot of them were for free as well in YouTube and stuff. So I used to just watch those. फिर उसके बाद क्या हुआ? I realized that Jason Capital has this new system called Instagram Agent System, which can help you make 10K a month, replace rat race income via laptop income and whatnot. And that slogan really clicked with me, okay? Because I was young and I'd never heard about any such thing. And I was like, okay, sounds good. I really tried my best to get that course for free and I could not. So I just bought the course. They had this EMI option where you would have to pay in a weekly or a monthly basis. So I paid like 15,000 rupees or something the first month and then bought the course. Then I watched the course fully. Okay. At that time I was in my 11th grade and I stopped e-commerce because I thought, okay, now it's time to go to $10,000 a month in profit. So I tried it for a year and I didn't get any clients starting May. For at least like 6-7 months, I didn't get a single client, and I was making so many videos with my bad English, with my really bad copywriting skills. I was trying my best, right? Going here and there and taking pictures and whatnot. I was following everything said in the course, but I couldn't close a single client for 6 months, as I mentioned. फिर क्या होता है? Then I changed my niche from from Instagram agency to email marketing because I met a very famous email marketer, Splashman, and he took me under his wing. And then at first I worked for him for free for a month. Then he saw my dedication and he was like, you have the dedication. Instead of doing Instagram agency, why don't you just do email? And I was like, okay, sure. And I started working for him. And as soon as I started working for him, COVID happened because I was wondering how am I going to manage this big agency, because his agency was already doing pretty solid numbers. And I was like, oh my God, there is going to be so many clients and I will have to personally handle it. I was already sending some emails. I knew it was going to take a lot of time. Before that, it was just like a hobby for me, right? Now I have to be responsible. So I was like, how can I do it? And COVID happened. And when COVID happened, I got full into email marketing agency and I was working with him and I was making pretty decent amount of money as well. I was just 17 at that time and I was already making $3,000 a month. I was making 3 lakhs a month and that was pretty exciting for me. The first time I got money, I bought my friend a phone. I gave rest of the money to my mother. And with some of the money, I bought some clothes and shit and went to Starbucks and whatnot. I was stupid at that time and I'll tell you why as well. So that happened, right? And my income started growing from there. And after some months, I started my own agency as well. It was an email marketing agency. And when I started that, I was still 18, right? And when I was 18, I started making like 10-15 lakhs a month, okay? And I opened my own company as well. And I had a team made of 15 people and shit. You know, there were like so many I had 3 copywriters, 3 designers, and some email experts. And I hired a lot of appointment setters as well along the way. So फिर with working as a partner with some other agency and starting my own agency, there was so many switches and growth opportunities that I had. And that was a nice part of my life as well. So I did that for almost 1.5 years, and I tried my best to get to 100K a month because that was the benchmark back in the day. Now though it has become like 500K or some shit. Otherwise you are broke. That's what YouTuber says. But us time pe 100K a month tha, so I tried my best. Okay, I tried it for 6 months. I did everything. I was taking cold shower every day. I wasn't going out. I was watching a lot of videos. I tried to improve my skills. I read so many books that no one ever read at that time. Okay, so the books were, I was actually reading books about how to, how like these big agencies run, the agencies which has like multinational offices and stuff. I was reading them. Then I was trying to improve every skill of mine, but I couldn't hit 100K a month at all at that time. Okay, I was doing meditation as well with my friends. We used to sit on a video call, all of us, and do meditation and stuff. It used to be funny if I reflect about it now, but then we did that as well. And so many times I used to even hit like 40K a month, okay, on papers, but then clients wouldn't pay because at that time I didn't know much about system. I didn't know much about laws. I didn't know much about how do you communicate with people. So the maximum aspects that I was focusing on was just to bring in the revenue. I wasn't focusing in the back end. I wasn't focusing in other stuffs much. So I'll tell you what switched that helped me hit that long end goal of mine, the long ever thriving goal that I had. So what happened after that is I switched to e-commerce. I started learning Facebook ads. Okay, I was trying to provide that as a service. I tried to change my whole service from just email marketing to I'm going to provide email as well as add Facebook ads to enhance your email, and that got me some clients as well. And my agency was picking up as well at that time. I had like HR guy in my agency itself that was hiring people for me, so it was going good. But at its peak, I left it and I started doing e-commerce from scratch again because ever since I got into this journey, I always wanted to be this cool dropshipper guy, right? And I thought, oh my God, I can't just have agency. It was not my identity, to be honest. So I left it and I started my e-commerce journey from scratch, from zero, literally. And me, my brother, my cousin, we partnered up in it and we started this whole e-commerce thing at that time. So we started from zero. I didn't know much about Facebook ads. I knew a little bit. I had this theoretical knowledge, but I didn't have practical knowledge at the time. So instead of doing Facebook ads, what I thought is Snapchat's ads don't get banned fast. Plus, no one was doing Snapchat at that time in India. Literally, no one was doing it, especially in this dropshipper community. So I was the first one to bring it up. And that's where I had my jackpot. That's where I started making a lot of money because the delivery was way better in Snapchat than in Facebook. Any product I touched, it was a winner at that time. So I ran it for some time. And that was another mistake I did. I shared about it in public that I'm doing Snapchat, and people started getting into it and it got saturated at some point and whatnot. So things like these happened. And then I hit my 100K a month goal 2-3 times with e-commerce. And then things has been going good ever since. Anyway, even in e-commerce, there is so many ups and downs, but I don't want to talk too deeply about e-commerce right now because what I'm trying to say with this whole story is that when I started young, right, I had this advantage, and so many of you are young as well, and you will have that advantage. But one thing that you should always keep in your mind is when you're making your first money, never go and spend it in some random bullshit like buying expensive clothes or going on nice restaurants or some shit. That's important as well, but not when you just made your 1 lakh and you go and spend all of it. When you make your first money, think like a businessman always and utilize it with the best ROI in your mind. The best ROI can be good hire, hiring a good people, or maybe buying a good software, which is going to help you increase your revenue next month. And once your revenue is increased, once you have passed that threshold of whatever your last monthly income was, then you can spend some of it. But always think with the best ROI in mind, because a lot of entrepreneurs who are starting out, this is the trap they get into. They make money, they spend it. They make money, they get spend it. They make money, they spend it. So even if their income is high, they don't save and invest it in the right way. I did it for a long time and I realized it very lately, right? So that's something that you need to do. And second of all, most of the time it's not enough hard work that you are not putting in. Sometimes it's also the vehicle that you're using. Because for me, email marketing, I was doing it in split share. Okay, I will take 20% of whatever I generate for you. That was my offer. So they didn't have to pay anything, and my client closing rate was good. But the thing is, charging 20% for an e-commerce brand for just doing email in itself wasn't an ideal uh, service, especially for the clients. It wasn't much of a win for them, because they would see that we did their emails and stuff, we built their automation and stuff, and after some time we didn't do any work, but we're still getting paid for it, right? We're just sending campaigns, flows are already there, so the service wouldn't make sense for them. So a lot of the clients wouldn't pay us, they would just leave us at the end of the month, and that was one of the main problem. The vehicle is very important, it's not just always the hard work. And second of all, if I learned Facebook ads at that time, or if I hired an appointment setting agency or ads, somebody who would run ads and make funnel and stuff, then I could have easily gone to 100K a month at that point as well. Because now I understand the power of ads. I was doing it 100% organically. It's just like thinking, oh, I'll get to 10 lakhs a day organically. It's very, very hard. And why would you do that when you can run ads, right? So same with agency as well. If your offer works, push it with ads. You need to learn ads or hire somebody to do your ads. So that's how important it is. So that's something that I want you to convey as well. If you're trying for so long and if you're already seeing results but you can't increase your number, then most of the time it's either the vehicle or the service in itself is kind of flawed, or maybe you're not running ads. So that's all I wanted to talk in today's video. I hope it was helpful as always, and more videos will be coming soon. Thank you very much.